Hi, hello. This is me. Today I cooked like a insane track, so I'm gonna break it down for you, see if you can like learn stuff because I've been producing for I think almost 2, 3 years now. I don't know how long, but I think I'm at a pretty nice skill level and I wanna teach people some stuff. So yeah, here we go. This is what the track sounds like. Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool, right? So let's just like go from the top, I guess. You hear that? Yeah, that fuzzy shit from my mic. It's not my mic. It's this piece of shit box fucking thing, right? See this? You see that? The Focusrite Scarlett Solo. It's ass. I don't know why, but when my PC's idle for like 5 hours, all the audio goes fuzzy. I have to unplug it and replug it. And it fixes it, but it doesn't fix my audio. I mean my mic audio. My mic audio goes fuzzy every like 30 seconds, and the recording is genuinely unlistenable too because you cannot hear me talking. But I cannot be bothered to re-record that, so I hope you can bear with me and just I don't know, just bear with me. I'm eating Toffifee's goy slop, but it's good, so I'm gonna have to like get a different interface because I cannot deal with this shit, man. Break down all the parts and all the effects used. So we have this kick. I started off with this kick. I had a vision for the drums, the flow. I went with 149 BPM, and I had this vision. So I started with a kick here. Sample choice is quite important. We have like a softer, more 2000s type kick. Yeah, an R&B kick, not some heavy EDM type thing. I thought that was a bit weak, so I got transient shapes on there, and oh wait, the hell? I think some plugins may have reset by accident when this project crashed, but I bumped up the attack and sustain on this. So goes from that to like more punchy transient. This is a free plugin, by the way. I highly recommend you get it. That's the kick. We go into the rim. This is two samples. This is this sample, and they clap laid slightly after that, so it like gives it some texture right after. If we have it layered on top like straight away, it doesn't really sound that great because the clap is kind of hidden behind the initial rim hit. So we have it just delayed. You can hear the clap texture come through. No effects on these. Usually I like to EQ every single percussive element and remove any frequencies that are not needed. Like here we can cut out all the lows and only introduce where the transient hits, which is a bit unclear because the main transient is like there. We've also got some lower end stuff coming through, so it's a bit hard to mix it, but clap can stay the same. Next for the flow, we got some little bits like this. We got some like bongo hits or conga, yeah. This together sounds like boom. I've already got a flow going. This sample, I think, is pretty cool. Let's just take the whole sample, not cut up. This is what it sounds like. It's a pretty nice flow. I thought that fit really well. It is 95 BPM, so with everything, if you don't know how to warp or how warping works in your DAW, I don't know how it works in FL, but in Ableton it's pretty easy. For percussive elements, you set it to beats, transient mode, and set it to this arrow thing so that it just decays on every transient, if that makes sense. I set it set this thing down a bit as well. So it goes from that to, you know, more choppy. And I also cut it up to be like a different pattern and fit the drum a bit more. So we got. It's pretty cool when everything comes in. You can see how that flows really nicely. We have more hi-hat layers. This is the main like hi-hat layer, I would say. It just makes the whole groove. We have some open hi-hats mixed into there as well. This thing. This isn't exactly on beat either. I saw that the this thing was offbeat, and I was like, okay, that's kind of groovy. I like how offbeat that is. So I just put these, I positioned these on top of like, you know, where these are roughly. And that worked, and we got this thing. There's a lot of different samples mixed into here. I think like 5 total maybe. Got this layer. This has like an open hi-hat layered on. But I thought that was too weak, just having these 2 layers alone. So I wanted to accentuate, I don't know if that's the right word, but make the open hi-hat more powerful. So we have this just standalone sample here, which really brings out the emphasis on those bits where I want the hi-hat to really power through with the rest of the drums, and it sounds like this all together. Actually, I could just... You can see how that hi-hat like really gives that groove, and on those beats, I don't know how to explain it, but you know, it just sounds, it just like, yes. It's on like every second kick, I think, or I don't even know. Yeah, we have just a fill on the end of every 4 bars, I think, or every bar. I don't really know where the bars sit here. I think it's like this is a whole bar, or this might be a whole bar. I don't know. Now this bit I really fucking like. I think I cooked on this because it's like it really shifts the beat back into the 2000s, maybe even before, but it's like it's a bit more modern. This is like really Michael Jackson like, because I've got these sounds I've just recorded with my mic. Just like you see, like I can't even explain it, but if I play it together, it works. It's amazing. It really gives that 2000s vibe almost like, you know, the Michael Jackson era. Like he does this mad sound. We got the anyways, with these there was a bunch of processing because, you know, with recorded audio it's a bit muddy. Without any effects it sounds a bit like mainly I'm just trying to cut out the low end, and that's exactly what I did. However, I put OTT on there just a bit, 30%, boosted the gain a bit as well, EQ'd all the low end out, so we got already it sounds perfect. We don't need anything else. But I did put compression on there, just to... It's quite heavy compression. I just wanted to even everything out, make sure it's all even. We got some saturation on there. It's barely audible, but you know, it works. It gives just a bit more girth, I guess. And then my favorite plugin ever. I keep saying this in every single video. Dimension Expander. Get this, please. It works on everything. Everything. Vocals mainly, and chords and melodic elements, but it just works on higher end stuff, and it makes things sound so wide and nice and beautiful. Listen to this. Listen to this without. With. It's so nice. Set it to size 0 and around 50% mix. That's literally what I use on everything. We got the Yeah, recorded that as well. Same processing, just cut the lows, boost the highs, and we got dimension expander on there with just a little mix. We have a crash, simple, no processing, just you know, edited the curve here a bit. We got chimes. There's a lot of chime work in here. Got this as the main faller thing, and then we get into the melodics. Actually, we have a bit more like, you know, crash stringed in, and then for this like this bit, I'll go through that whole bit later. We have a bit of a fill here as well. Just, I think I pitched this sample down. It goes don't just to, because you know I felt like that was appropriate, and that goes with this along with this, along with all the other drums. Sounds like pretty nice fill. I like that. It's groovy. All right, I think that's it for the drums, pretty much. No, the processing on there. I usually just like EQ a lot of my drums. Like here we got. Oh, I did that like right now. Sometimes I EQ the kick even just to either, you know, shape the transient a bit more, like get the highs up a bit if I feel like it, make them more crunchy. I might do that actually. Yeah, I'll leave that on there. We have the chords. This sample I found on preset share. 80s love songs keys. It sounds beautiful. I don't know why you can't hear it. It's not soloed. Okay. You have heard this before in 80s love songs. 100%. It's like, I don't know what synthesizer this comes from, but it's a nice thing. Nice preset. I wrote these chords. I'm not really into music theory. I just write what I sound. What sounds. I write what I sound. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say. I write what sounds good. And here I thought, you know, I've got some basic theory knowledge, so I wrote the first chord. I'm like, okay, let's see what I can come up with after this. This is, I think, a minor ninth chord. I like D minor ninth, maybe. I might be completely wrong, but I think that's what it is. We got some dissonance in there, and this is the same chord, just pitched up. Copy paste, pitch up, back into the same one. Same chord, just different notes. I cut out the top note here. Let these two ring out, just to. Actually, that's not the whole thing. I didn't. Control J. That gets you. That joins multiple MIDI clips into one. We got this thing which follows like the beat, and this trill. Do 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 do. It follows the lead, which is this, which is so nice. Like the chord stop, lead comes in, does a little solo, and then everything comes back in. It's like do 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 boom boom. Back into a different chord. We go down to G. Yeah, we go down to G. I don't know what chord this is. Keep the same chord. Same chord again, just top notes cut out. And then this like transition chords I found so nice. I don't know how I made them. Again, I do what sounds good. Whoops. What am I doing? Like on their own, I'm not gonna dive too deep into music theory, but on their own, you know, this chord just sounds incomplete. It sounds imperfect. This one doesn't, but you know, this last one, it's I don't know what the word in music theory is, but it's not dissonant, but no, it's incomplete. And you want that resolution, and it's perfect to resolve back into the original key of D, which is the root note. And the bass follows the chords pretty much. You know, root note D, we got D. And it's like. Now for the chords again, we have this like longer chord. And I thought that was quite nice. And it was a bit boring on its own, so I added some chimes on top of that to make it, you know, sparkly. It's like just sparkly, magical. Bass follows that as well. It goes down to G. You know, bass line's pretty basic. There's no like crazy groove going. It's all, you know, quantized to the grid. There's no, it's nothing crazy. Like it's mainly the same pattern throughout the whole thing. It goes do 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 do. That's it. You can see the do 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 do. It goes everywhere. The lead is probably my favorite. I made this preset on Vital. It's basically just a soul wave. That is it. And it's high cut, sorry. Just EQ the highs out a bit, and it sounds beautiful. You can make it wide with chorus or unison, and it just sounds amazing. Put some vibrato on it. Make some crazy solos. I did a really nice solo for Hey There on near the end. Where is it? Hey There with the scene lead. Get the point. It's pretty nice. Very basic. I think a lot of people use it everywhere. Put some noise on it as well. Very slight, tiny bit of noise. Just enough to hear. And I don't think I EQ it just a bit as well. So that's that. So we got a bit of processing on it. Just to cut the lows and ping pong delay. And then obviously a lot of the, I didn't even go through the processing on the chords or anything. A lot of the melodics are everything sidechain to the kick to give it that groove. Makes bass kick hit harder, especially the bass, because we don't want low end to be muddying. Muddying? I don't know. We make the bass dip in volume when the kick plays, because low end frequencies are very prone to being muddy. You don't want to overlay them or play them together too much. Unlike high end frequencies, you know, if you don't know what sidechain is, go watch a tutorial on the basics. We have on the chords again dimension expander. I use it everywhere. You can just see on the lead. On this one, I think dimension expander. We boost the high end here because I thought that was because I wanted to, because it sounded nicer, clearer. We got sidechain on there. Sorry. About this melody as well. This preset does have glide, just a bit. I think it's not even that fast. I mean, that slow. It's very, very fast, but it's enough to glide between notes, and we have that on the main one. The first note. It glides up. And then we have a bit of shorter notes to give that groove, because I felt like this was way too long. So we have that snappy to like emphasize the groove. It goes like do. And then this trill is so amazing. And of course we have glide, so you know, we go in between the notes here and make them. It's like a little vibrato. I love it. Obviously I can't help you with actually making the melodies. I just, you know, I came up with this in my head, and that's what I put down. It comes with practice. And then we go back into the same lead here. Higher note than this to go with the chord change. Speaking of the bass, well, we never spoke about the bass, but time to speak about the bass. We have this preset that I made, brown noise. I didn't know this was used in like, I didn't know brown noise sounded like this. But we have brown noise. Cut the phase randomization off because we don't like that because it gives introduces phase cancellation in the low end, which we don't want. And I put sine wave on there, same pitch, so we got a bit of a more powerful sub. Again, very important if you're working with bass, turn phase randomization off because it will introduce phase cancellation and it will. In this case, it doesn't really make a difference, but it does make your bass or low end sound unstable, and sometimes quieter or louder than just randomly louder or quieter. A bit of compression on there, a multi-band compression and distortion, which girthens it up. Very, very slight, but it brings out that low end as well. We got OTT on there, 10%. I don't know why, just felt like it. It does make a difference, very slight. We have, don't know why that's on. Just a slight boost in the highs. I don't know why, again, I just felt like it. Now, parallel compression, no, not compression, parallel processing. We get a audio effect rack. We group an effect, and in Ableton there's I can't speak, forgive me. There's these things called chains, and what you can do is basically split the track into two, right? So on one chain we have EQ, cut everything below 100, and on top of that we have dimension expander. What this does is we only put dimension expander on the high end frequencies, everything above 100 hertz, which makes the whole texture, the whole bass sound really wide. But we don't want dimension expander on the low end because we don't want the low end to be unstable. We like to keep the sub clean. Instead of layering on, a plain sub, which I found didn't sound the best because it's not the same waveform or whatever, I kept the same one. I just used parallel processing to keep those lows, but keep them mono, because we don't want dimension expander on the lows. So we have an EQ with the cutoff at the same position, and I just changed the mode here so that we keep all the same frequencies. There's probably going to be like a little dip in the EQ here because of the way it works. But that's the main thing. I hope that I explained that well. We just split the track into two. One track keeps only the lows, keep them mono. One track takes the highs, makes them stereo or makes them wide, and we get to have a wide bass sound without fucking up the lows. Here's what that sounds like without. Sorry, this is what it sounds like with. You can hear the difference, and it, most people would just put dimension expander on it, just without the whole parallel processing thing, because why wouldn't you? But nobody thinks to keep the sub clean, which is a secret hack that nobody pays attention to when making beats like this. And then of course we got sidechain to the kick, so it ducks down in volume when the kick plays. It was on the whole time, so you could probably hear it. That's without, this is with. It just makes it so that when the kick plays, it's with, it would sound hella distorted because everything's playing at full volume on top of each other. It's really bad. That's the whole thing. Let's introduce everything one by one. We got kick, we got the rims, We got layering, hi-hats, crazy nice groove. We got this thing, the more hi-hats. We got the fills, and we got my Michael Jackson sounds and then theirs. We got the crashing and the extra effects like the follow here, the chimes. Next, melodics. I didn't talk about this. The drums, I cut the, you know, I made everything hit on those, like, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. I took the open hi-hats, I took the crashes, I took the kicks, and made them all hit at the same time at once, and the chords, and the lead. So we got this. Chords follow that. It goes from, like, I really stacked up the high, the first chord really high. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Then we got. See what I mean with the kick as well. The rim hits instead of the kick. Yeah, so everything just comes at once. That sounds crazy, forgive me. I have a dirty mind. I don't actually have the bass in there. I experimented it with and without. I think the bass just adds too much crunch and too much low end. And it was cleaner without. So, yeah, I kept it without. And actually, it works because then when the bass hits, everything just hits so much harder. Like, sure, this bit is like super hard and energetic. But the bit after that, when it goes dun dun dun, when the bass comes in there, it just everything comes in. It's so powerful. Like even though this is energetic, we're still building tension by keeping the bass out. And it's too much having the bass in. It also has like too much high end, so it muddies everything up with, you know, how everything's hitting at once. You don't really want to introduce the high end from the bass there, even though we need the low end from it. And in the end, we don't really need the low end anyways, because it just builds tension into the next bit, which is this. I hope I explained that well. And then yeah, that's basically it. I did experiment with some vocals as well, but the kind of shit, I don't know how to record them. I don't know how to mix them, and they don't fit because there's just too much going on anyways, and you can't really hear the vocals. Maybe it's just my mixing, but that's the idea, right? Had some lyrics, but you just can't hear what's going on. That's it. They've got like this thing. Yeah, you know. Then I thought, for the fun of it, why not just like, slow it down, make it more romantical. That's it. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Have a good day. Bye. I love you guys.